What you mean the Pistons are next? The Pistons are next? Man, I was going to wait like a second to hop on, but I just saw that comment. I glanced up for a second. The Pistons next? Yep. Oh, man. God, man. Hello, Clannies. Hey, Clannies. Hey, girls. Jeez, bro. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. All right. All right. What's up, y'all? Oh, wait. You can't see me? You can't see me? Hold on. You can't see me? Now you can. A little darker than normal. What's up, people? Hold on, let me change some stuff. Hold on, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see double of me. There we go. Oh man. Woo! Clanception, yeah. I saw somebody in the comments earlier say that Mitch Johnson I see it now. Thomas says Mitch Johnson watching clan reactions and adjusting accordingly. Yeah, I think that's what's going on, guys. I think that's what's going on. You're welcome. You're welcome. Kornet took his strip club frustrations out on bro. I got some, man. I got some thoughts on the Kornet thing. I'm not going to make it a whole segment, but we're going to talk about it during the live. Like, maybe briefly. Because it's so silly. Hey, sunshine. Stop it. Knock it off. You clannies are the best. Mitch used the boys today. Yeah. Mitch used the boys today. Whoa, clan. Uh-oh. What'd I do? What Kornet do? Kornet didn't do anything. Kornet didn't do it. Kornet didn't do anything where I feel like it's malice what he did. He was just bringing up it was the phrasing or like some of the underlining tones of what you're saying. So basically, we just make it really quick. So basically what Kornet did was he made a comment about the Atlanta Hawks doing some type of merch for Magic City, Didn't know what Magic City was, but apparently it's like an adult club, like a strip club or something like that. So, and even T.I. was performing for it or something. I have no idea. But he had issue with that. And it's okay to come out and be like, yeah, I think it's really weird that like cornball take. Yeah, it's a little cornball take. I love Kornet, but yeah. I think it's fine though to come out and be like, it's really weird that the NBA is promoting this, right? Like that's fine. But then when he took it to a step like further where he said that this is like damaging to girls and women and mothers and all this other stuff, and it's like, okay, you're making a leap in logic here. Like a real big leap in logic. Like you can say that it's weird, but as far as like actual abuse, world abuse, I don't like going off of like vibes as far as, oh, this is morally degenerate and girls are going to grow up to be strippers, therefore they're going to be abused. Like that's too large of a leap for me. So yeah, I don't know. So a girl apparently is going to go to the game, see that Magic City logo, look into what Magic City is, say, hey, I want to be a stripper, become a stripper, and then be abused by people. And it's like, dude, in industries, everyone is getting abused. It's really bad. All of our mystery. I think he's Catholic. That's probably what it is. It's like some moral condemnation thing that he was doing. And I'm okay with you speaking out for certain things, but it's like, with what's going on in the world right now, this is like one of the safest things you could have done. And I'm not crazy about, number one, being ignorant to whatever Magic City is or what the culture around Atlanta even is. And then number two, yeah, just not be, I guess that's kind of both of them right there, honestly. Oh, well, number two is not like choosing one of the easiest slam dunks that you can actually advocate for. Like, most people are going to have a knee-jerk reaction and be like, yeah, of course, protect women, like they're gonna have that knee-jerk reaction because it's an easy one to have. But when you think a little further than that, it's like, well, yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like Memphis, right? Like, you guys know I'm from Memphis, and basically every single Memphis game they play whoop that trick. Like, it is a thing. Memphians love whoop that trick, right? And if you've seen the movie is about a pimp, a drug dealing pimp, right? But it's also a lot of themes like, you know, trying to make it from the bottom, being from the gutter, all that type of stuff. So it holds a lot of cultural significance in Memphis. But if I was just, you know, a Catholic guy that just wanted to come out and be like, just put my arms like this and just say, you know what? It's really bad that the NBA promotes a pimp, you know, like, it's like, okay, like, you're kind of missing, you don't know the culture, and it's not that simple. And that's what I'm taking from it. I know nothing about Atlanta, but I'm assuming that Magic City is huge. The fact that T.I.'s performing for, like, it must be a spot for that city. I have no idea. But yeah, it's just a cornball take. I don't think that he meant any malice from it. I don't hate Kornet for it or anything like that. But there's actual things that you can actually look into if you want to, like, help women being abused or just workers in general being abused, right? About labor rights, education on these things. I don't know. So, yeah, but when you start saying like we're protecting women and all that, that's when I'm like, what are you talking about? Like the leap in logic, it's just all vibes. It's all vibes. I do think it's weird that the NBA is promoting it. I also think it's weird and actually even more damaging that the NBA is content with having players that are documented to hurt women, to abuse women. I think that that's a bigger thing. But you didn't have anything to say about that? Like, I don't know. It's dumb. No culture or politics, please. I come here for Spurs glaze. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. That's what's unfortunate. But the Spurs will be getting glazed today. So if you can deal with my wokeness, okay, I'm very woke. I'm as woke as they get. Nobody's woker than me. Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme. That made me think of the YouTuber. Krispy Kreme! Now he's Froggy Fresh. Froggy Fresh! I am the greatest of them all. If you ain't about no money, then I don't mess with y'all. You think that I don't get girls cause I ain't very tall? If she see my stacks, I bet you that she call. I probably got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. And plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce. I think you're cute too. Let's talk about Fox. I don't want to talk about Fox. Do we have to? But anyways, yeah, Luke Kornet thing. I still love him, right? But in my opinion, very misplaced. Like, actually talk about like real. If you're gonna advocate for something. Kind of like what Wemby did. He was like, it's kind of crazy that like you Americans just shoot each other. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, isn't it, Wemby? Thank you for saying that. Advocate for something that actually really matters. Is that weird? Yeah, it's weird. But like, really? We're gonna go this far about a strip club? I didn't even know. Most people didn't even know what that was. They were just like, oh, Magic City, cool little logo, someplace in Atlanta. Nobody knew. It's not that big a deal. NBA can do better with other stuff. All right, let me bring up the Spurs stats. No, I agree with you. No, I agree with you, Vin. I wasn't saying that. I wasn't alluding to that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it did kind of sound like that when I was like talking about other stuff. But like, it's not the fact that, shine a light on this and, you're not necessarily talking about bigger issues. I understand there's like micro issues. And you can say, the only issue I had with it was like, you can say like, it's weird that the NBA is promoting like an adult club when it's supposed to be family friendly. I'm fine with that. I just wonder, how far do you go with that? Like, do we get rid of the kiss cam? Do we get rid of like other certain things? But that's fine. I also think that that's weird. I also think it's strange that the NBA would do that. But I also don't know the culture, right? So I'm kind of like in between on that. But my only issue is when he went into like kind of the protecting women and stuff. Then it's like, all right, you're in a whole nother realm now. Like now we're like, you could talk about things that actually harm women. I don't know. Just a weird thing. Like now you want to bring something up. Like, I don't know. Just a little weird. It seemed like it came more from a personal, like moral degeneracy point of view rather than a genuine, this is what I'm about to start advocating for. I guarantee you this doesn't come up again. Like with all the crazy stuff that's happened in this season alone, this is the one thing that like get to you. I don't know. It's kind of weird. No, I know, Vin. I saw your other comment. I know. No, I agree with you. That's why I'm not going like hard on Luke. Like Luke is this, Luke need to be this. It's just, I think it's misplaced, and I think he also probably didn't see it from that angle. It's okay. It's not that big a deal. Make it stripper basketball, then we talking. Ayy. Chat on Foxes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So like the chatter said earlier, enough of that other convo. He said, just get the name right. It's Thomas. Thomas says, Mitch Johnson been watching clan reactions and adjusting accordingly. My friend, you are absolutely correct. Mitch Johnson. We already know, this is like the crazy thing. We already know, this is not me bragging. We know that Spurs players know of me and know of us, right? They know of the channel. They know of some videos that's out there every now and then. Confirmed, by the way, especially with the messages I got pertaining to Jeremy. Anyways, that's besides the point. So we know that. So maybe they do see some stuff and then they adjust everything. That's not happening. They're not doing that. But they do see our stuff. Anyways, all right, before we go into this game, because I do have a lot to say about it, really quick, if you guys are interested in merch, go check it out, clanthemerchfan.com. That's all I'm going to say about it. Just head on over, get yourself some merch, man. I'm working on shirts this week to send it out with all the people that ordered in February. So be tuned for that. You'll get a confirmation number. So just be patient with your boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There we go. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go now. Clannies. Hey, Clannies. All right. The San Antonio Spurs. I have not seen the stats, but I am bringing it on the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and say, well, let me say this before I take a gander. I am so, the negatives out the way. Let's get the negatives out the way. There's plenty of positives. Get the negatives out the way. I am so disappointed in De'Aaron Fox. I truly do believe that he is severely overpaid right now. Now, we can get to the playoffs. All that can change. I think it's two things going on. Number one, I don't necessarily think that Mitch, and I said this before, I don't necessarily think Mitch Johnson fully optimizes the roster quick enough. Like sometimes it's, and then until that implodes, and then eventually he starts to change some stuff. So I'm not mad at him. I mean, literally got coach of the month last month, deservingly so. So I'm not mad at him. I just recognize that, right? It's kind of a pattern here. And I think Fox is one where when the Spurs got him, we had no idea that we were going to be able to get Dylan Harper. Like, no idea. That was not on our bingo cards. We were trying to get a point guard that can help Wemby now, and we already knew, okay, you got Castle, let's make this thing work, right? Dylan Harper changes quite a bit, but last season you had De'Aaron Fox start as the shooting guard next to Chris Paul. I gave him a lot of leeway. I said, look, you're shooting guard to Chris Paul. Chris Paul has to start because we promised him for the season. It's fine. And, you know, next season, that's when we'll see him take off. Well, this season we go into it, and Steph Castle has made such a nice leap till now we sat back and we said, ooh, well, we're kind of run through Castle for most of this, right? And that's what they've been doing. Now we playing way more team ball than we were even prior, but that was kind of the theme of all this. And when Fox is just an off-ball player, he's pretty awful. Like, he doesn't bring you that much. Like, he's not a good cutter. He doesn't get to great open spaces. We don't set anything up for him, really. So just on the coaching angle of it, it's like, okay, we're not really optimizing him as much as we could. Now, when it comes to him personally, I do think that he's just not playing as well as he should be, guys. I really do believe that. You know, when he does get a turnover here or there, it's even worse because his usage rate isn't as high as I expected it to be. You can't hear me. Why couldn't y'all hear me? Refresh it. Oh, that's not good. Anyways, I hope you guys can hear me now. Oh, I see that. We can't hear you. I heard them. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But, okay. Yeah, sorry. It's still lagging. I don't know what's going on. My stuff look okay. Might be YouTube. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I just think that we're in a really weird spot when it comes to De'Aaron Fox now. And I think on his part, he can just play better. But when your usage rate is lower than I expected it to be, those turnovers matter even more and they look even worse. And sometimes it's like his brain turns off, right? But right now, and this is the one thing that kind of worries me, and I'm hoping for the playoffs it can change, but I don't know if it's just going to change on a dime, but maybe. But like right now, it seems like he should be the second best player on this team. Easily, right? Like offensive wise, he's the most talented. He should be easily the second, right? Top 10 point guard in the NBA. I actually looked into it. I was like, is he a top 10? I thought he was going to be top 6, top 5. He's not top 5. He's like a top 10 point guard in the NBA. And, you know, right now, I wouldn't even say like he's playing the best on this team. Like I would say that Steph Castle's defense is so good till he makes Fox not look as great. But Castle has made such a huge leap even in this past month. Dylan Harper, obviously getting him makes things really huge. So I don't know what it's going to look like in the future. But if Fox can step up once we get to the playoffs, that would be great. But as it stands right now, that's my biggest gripe with the team, is just being able to get the most out of Fox, which right now I don't really think we are, bro. Like, he's not even breaking 20 points per game. And you can say, oh, well, it's just because we got so much depth. Guys, we are not going to be able to rely on the others, with some of these playoff series. Like, a playoff series can be won or lost by one of your games, right? You can completely lose momentum in one of your games, and we're going to have inconsistencies. Like, I expect Vassell to be inconsistent. I expect Vassell and Champagne to be inconsistent in the same game. I expect the bench not to play as well, right? But what you should be able to lean on, we can't fully lean on Wemby offensively yet, but you should be able to lean on Fox to get you multiple buckets and be unstoppable. But this season, nah, it's been a couple performances where I was like, whoa, but it hasn't been that crazy. Anyways, that's a lot of yapping. That was like 5 minutes of yapping. Let's take a look at the stats. All right, so here's the stats. Let's see how Fox did. He had 11 points. He had 50%. He went 1 for 4 from 3. 7 assists. The 7 assists is fine. This ain't gonna do it. This ain't gonna cut it. But he's just been one of the others. Funny that I brought up Dylan Harper, because Dylan Harper, oh my goodness, the whole team was crazy great today. Dylan Harper had 22 points, 8 for 11, 2 for 4 from. I thought, man, watching this game, I thought he had like 30, to be honest with you. He was absolutely incredible. Another thing about Dylan, I'm just going to go in all the positives. Another really great thing I saw was he was intense on both ends of the court. Like, I think he's starting to realize that he's a better defender than he thought. Like, seriously. Because I always thought, even in college, when we talked about him and people went against me on this, I said that I thought that he was a good defender. Like, they're like, he's not a good defender, he's bad. And it's like, no, I think he's genuinely a good defender. He's like sneaky good defender that you wouldn't expect. Kind of like, I don't think he's as good as Derek White, but like kind of like Derek White, in that nobody really gave him credit for his defense. But watching Dylan, he is a good defender, bro. He is a really good defender. But yeah. Can we chill? What the F? What? I don't even know what that was regarding. What we're regarding. But anyways, it's called team ball. I thought you wanted that, Clan. What the heck? I do like team ball. I gotta see these comments when I'm actually commenting. I don't know what you exactly responded to. Yeah, I do like team ball. I think that this is great. I'm just saying, De'Aaron Fox. Look, okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry, bro. This is underperforming. I'm sorry. I hate to be like that. I don't want to be like that, but he's been underperforming. Yeah, he's 16 or about 15 points a game in February. That's role player numbers. He has 7 points last game against the Knicks, 11 today. It's been a theme. He hasn't been playing well at all. He hasn't been playing to, the standard that he should be. He's broke 25. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so the month of November he was great because obviously we really needed him. But as far as breaking 25 since December, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times? 7 times since December that he's broken 25 points. I wasn't expecting him to come into the season and be like a 25 point per game scorer. Like, he doesn't have to be that, but he is in his prime and he's averaging less than he did his third year in the league. Like, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So yeah, that is on him, regardless of how the team. There's been many games where we could have leaned on him and he had opportunities. Like, it's not like he doesn't get any shots. It's fine though. It's fine. But yeah, Wembanyama had 10 points. Are you concerned? Okay, I think you're being cheeky. Wembanyama also has 6 blocks and 3 steals. Like, he completely dominated this game. All of the assets went towards Wemby. Wemby having 10 points a game versus De'Aaron Fox in any game. This game is a special one because everyone was like killing, right? But I'm just saying overall theme of De'Aaron Fox. Wemby 10 points is not the same as De'Aaron Fox's 10 points because Wemby, without the ball, he gets so many people involved just by being present. Wemby can get 5 points in a game and we blow a team out just because he's Wemby. He's capable of doing that because so many assets had to go towards Wemby. So, no, it's not the same. And even if Wemby has a poor offensive performance, like defensively, he's so freaking good that it evens it out. Dang, look at the plus minuses. I guess we're not that shocked, but plus 41 for Wemby, plus 43 from Devin, plus 23 from Fox. How'd that happen? Plus 23 from Fox, plus 39 from Steph. Jeez, that's crazy. Carter Bryant played some extra minutes, but plus 22 from Carter. But anyways, so Dylan Harper was absolutely incredible. Carter Bryant finally got some more minutes. Jeez, can we please give him minutes? Not only did he get minutes, Mitch Johnson eventually put him on the best player on the court, which was so nice. It's like, please allow him to be a point of attack defender. Why is he just guarding guys in the corner? Please get him involved. And he did a phenomenal job. Even that block on, what was it, VJ Edgecombe? Isn't that who he fouled? I think it was VJ Edgecombe that he fouled. I thought it was a really good attempt. I know he didn't mean anything by it. It was dangerous, but I did like him going for that. I know the team was like, what are you doing? But I thought that was huge. Go for that play. If he just had a little bit more control, and that'll come, with taking care of his body, just getting better overall. He'll be able to form. But he tried to pull a Manu. Manu averaged 13 points of his career. We never cared about his stats. Are we really going to compare Manu Ginobili to De'Aaron Fox's performances? Are we really serious? Are we really going there? You know that Manu Ginobili's intangibles were insane, right? Like, you're joking, right? Come on. Let's be so real. De'Aaron Fox, if he's not... I mean, come on. If De'Aaron Fox is not scoring, he's not that effective. He's not that great of a defender. He's an okay defender, but he's not that great of a defender. If he's not scoring, or he's not putting the ball in the basket, he's not putting pressure on the rim consistently, his 10 points, once again, is not the same as Manu Ginobili's 10 points. Manu Ginobili was like a force of nature with everything that he did. It was so many small hustle plays that don't even show up in the box score on winning games when it came to Manu. De'Aaron Fox against the Knicks, there was a clear opportunity to dive for a ball, and he didn't do it. He doesn't do those extra things, which is okay if you can perform consistently offensively. And I'm definitely going to hold him to a higher standard than I would like Julian Champagnie. Like, just like stop. Are we just going to do that with everybody? What is Julian Champagnie averaging this year? Clan, Julian Champagnie is the same as Manu Ginobili. They both averaged 10 points. Julian averaged 11. Manu averaged 13. Clan, are we serious? Are we seriously gonna... Hold on, where was... I didn't play today. It's a lesser player. Screw it. I'll just do Keldon. Clan. Oh my gosh, guys. Keldon Johnson's averaging 13 points. He's the same as Manu. He's just as good as Manu Ginobili. He's basically Manu Ginobili. What are we talking about? 0 turnover for Fox. This game, everybody was good. Okay? Let me throw that out there. Everybody was good. I'm just saying Fox overall has not been great. But everyone was good. I probably shouldn't have started off being like, he had 11 points. Like, that's not going to cut it. In that context, that does sound bad. In this context, that sounds bad. I'm just saying, in general, 11 points is not going to cut it. That's all I'm saying. Too often, De'Aaron Fox, like, blends in with the rest of the team. That's my problem. He blends in. I think it's partly coaching, and I think it's partly him. That's all. Why are y'all fighting me on this? Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting about this? You guys think Fox has been playing perfectly fine? Like, what's going on? Hold on. Give me a second. Don't take my word for it. Let's look at analytics. Hold on. I think it's in my... Is it in my likes? Hold on. It would have been a while. Give me a second. I'm going to try to find it. This would have been a minute. Would have been a minute. I think I liked it. Or did I put it in my bookmarks? Oh, that would be so much better if I put it in bookmarks. Did I place it in bookmarks? If I don't find it like this, then I'm gonna have to literally go to my channel and find it. Fox is up and down, but we are having a great season, so we don't need him to go score 20 plus points a game. Guys, we are a playoff team. We are a championship contending team. I'm holding off hope that you're gonna need him averaging 20 points in the playoffs. I'm just saying that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think if we're gonna win a championship, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need him to perform, and not have these ups and downs, as many of these ups and downs that we're having from him. Yeah, I know it feels like it's not appropriate to like get onto him tonight, especially since we whooped the Sixers, which I love. But it's just kind of a general thing that worries me a little bit. I think I've been pretty fair all season, by the way. I have not been getting on to Fox like that. Maybe I'm not going to just like find it right off the bat. Here, maybe if I find this thing. Hoops hype. Dang it. I wish I could just find it, dude. I really need to put all this in a document just so we can immediately go to it, because this is so frustrating when I want to show you guys something and I can't find it because I have everything like saved everywhere. Oh, it's good too. Maybe I do have to just go to my channel, don't I? That's fine. We'll just go to channel. Our defense is what hold us afloat, to be honest. Our offense really isn't as good as it should be, which is crazy. Yeah. I always said I thought the Spurs should just lean into their identity, right? Didn't expect us to be like phenomenal on the offensive end anyways. All right, I probably labeled it like concerning or something. Let's see. Or did I say telling? Did I say telling or concerning? Yeah, I said telling. No, I don't think I'm just gonna find it. I did all that searching for nothing. News, good win. Yeah, I can't just find it right off the bat. I have to have it up. Sorry. Because I don't think that I... Wait. I can find it. Fox is just cruising until he gets to the playoffs. This is the main reason why they got him for those clutch moments when we need him flat out and go out. I'm guys, I'm I'm holding off hope too. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm trying to be kind. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm holding off hope for that. I'm just hoping that that's not cope. I'm hoping that that's not cope. How long ago did we talk about this? How many videos are on this channel? Here it is. It's the This Is Wild. Oh my God, clan.
Then I thought it.
Okay. Jeez. All right. What website is this? Oh my God. Okay, here it is. It's NBA salary model XYZ. NBA salary model XYZ. All right. And then we type in, this just shows if a player is, oops. I just say Fox. This just shows if a player is underpaid or overpaid. Yeah, so they're saying he's overpaid. He's almost $10 million overpay for De'Aaron Fox, based on how he's performing, and it's going to be even worse going into next season, because he's going to be making even more. But if he was doing the same performance next season, he's $20 million overpaid. After that, $22 million overpaid. After that, $26 million overpaid. And after that, $30 million overpaid. If he continues performing the way he's been performing, he's considered very overpaid based on Darko. So yeah, there's so many other players on here. I don't know. I think Wemby is crazy, guys. Wemby is so underpaid, obviously, but yeah, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? $45 million underpaid. That's crazy. Now if he performs in the playoffs. This is ifs, man. I'm just saying. I mean, I guess it's possible. You know, him being a veteran, once you get to the playoffs, you turn it up another notch. I think that's possible. I think it's possible, okay? He could very well be taking more so of a backseat until the playoffs. That's fine. But the way that the team has been constructed and practicing, I don't necessarily think, or at least in these games, I don't necessarily think him and Wemby have that much chemistry on the court together. Like, you understand why that would be an issue for me, right? That's the only thing I'm worried about. Look up Julian. Yeah, sure. That's another thing I would be worried about, is I don't think that they have that much chemistry. And you get that chemistry by playing these regular season games. You know, we're not the 2014 Spurs anymore. Well, even they were playing, but we're not those teams anymore where it's like a bunch of vets and we know each other and you know that this team always has chemistry. They'll turn it up in the playoffs. It's not necessarily like that. You're going to need them to have chemistry by the playoffs, you know? So he got to get going now. But right now he's being used as more of like a backup or like a role player. And I think that's partly coaching, but I think that's a lot on him. Yeah, you can see he's 21 million. I think they're going to give Julian like 15 to 20. Like, he got to get that, like, right? Like, you got to give Julian like 15, 20 million. Castle's probably super underpaid. Oh, he's not that underpaid. $8 million underpaid. Castle's projected 17.8 million. How is this taking into account like other things? I think Castle's, I don't know. I would say Castle's like worth like 20. McLaughlin, you know, he's like right where he's supposed to be. Oh. Okay. Yeah, don't take that. I think that's more so he hasn't played enough. Bro, what? Yeah, I think that's... I don't know what that is. They're taking, like, his few games. If you think about it, the few times that he's played, he's looked really good. So that would be complete. You probably got to go with players that's played way more games. Keldon? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm just saying if it's guys like him, then he played a few games, and the few games he's played, he looked really good. So it makes sense for him to be at the 15 mil mark. Keldon, he's like right where he's supposed to be, actually. Like exactly where he's supposed to be. I could have guessed that though. I think Vassell is probably considered overpaid, but he's been playing so well lately. He's close to where he's supposed to be. How about Sohan? Sohan's barely played. Dang. His value is the minimum. Yeah, Sohan, yeah. That's pretty bad. But once again, he's barely played, so it's a little bit more hyperbolic for those guys that don't play. Anybody else you guys want to see? My whole point here was just to say that Fox was not playing up to his contract. But if you guys want to tell me, Clan, just be patient. Once we get to the playoffs, that's when it's going to take off. I am completely on board for that. I think that he could turn it up another notch once he gets to the playoffs. The only hang up I have about that is we've had little time of him and Wemby being able to fully develop a 1-2 punch. And those are kind of the two guys that you're going to have to lean on multitude of times throughout the playoffs. The depth is super important, but one game can shift a series. So you don't want to waste any of them if you don't have to. So that's the one thing that worries me is if they can't gel as much or be a legitimate 1-2 punch. It's not enough pick and rolls with those two. If you can't really do that, then that makes me worry, you know? Kornet? Yeah, sure. I think Kornet's probably underpaid. Yeah, he's super underpaid. Kornet's $15 million underpaid. We're going to need Harrison Barnes to show up in the playoffs. We're going to need everybody to show up in the playoffs, but those are kind of the two guys that's really going to matter. Depth obviously matters, but you need your star power to step up. Because there's going to be times where guys are going to struggle, and they're all going to struggle at once. So you're going to lose some games in the playoffs. We're not going to win every game in the playoffs, okay? But, yeah. Dude, I am so ready. I'm so ready for the playoffs. Sorry. I miss that adrenaline I used to get from watching the playoffs. It's been so long. What a great signing for my office. Yeah, Luke Kornet's great. Yeah, Luke Kornet's great. Man, I had people talking about, like, why are you excited about Luke Kornet? Y'all act like Luke Kornet is Giannis. Didn't somebody say that? Hold on, I'm calling this person out. Let me see if I can find it. Clan, why you acting like Luke Kornet is Giannis, Clan? Let's see if I can find that comment. Yeah. 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 Who is this? Are you in the chat? I don't know if this person in the chat. Epinozal? I don't know. I might be just dumb and not knowing what that says. This was when we got Kornet. You act like Kornet is Giannis. That's stupid. This roster is still weak. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Caps alt account? No. Caps is a mod now. He's better than that. Who left that comment? Where you at? Come out of hiding. Come out of hiding. And this is what I had to say with my big brain take. There were games last season when we would dominate only to immediately lose momentum when Wemby sat. We couldn't rebound, and there was little to no interior defense. So, yes, the Luke Kornet signing is important, and it will make a huge difference. Yeah. You act like Kornet is Giannis. That's what you act like. You act like Luke Kornet is Giannis. Which one of you flatfoots left that comment? Yeah, where are you? Yeah. Yeah. I have receipts. Y'all think I don't watch. I see what you post sometimes. Yeah, watch it. Watch it. Anyways. I did love the game. I know that was kind of a sour grape. If you watched all the way to this, especially me trying to find that website, I do apologize. But I know that I sound like a sour grape, but I truly do love this game. I thought that, once again, let me just say this. The San Antonio Spurs whooping on teams that they should whoop on, it makes a huge difference. We're not playing to competition no longer. We are beating them down, and we're nonstop beating them down. We're not holding back. We just keep punching them and kicking them while they're on the ground. The Spurs are bullies. I haven't seen them get bullied. Maybe, yeah, I mean, last game they did, but I'm not accustomed to it anymore, right? So we are the bully of the NBA. Spurs really do believe in themselves. They believe that we can win it all, and we're going to be there. We're going to be there. We're going to be in your face. And these types of wins, while they can become boring once we get to the fourth quarter, they're extraordinarily important because it shows that we're playing our game and we're going to whoop on you and play the right way no matter what. True ethical basketball when it comes to that. Another thing with this game too, so a little bit of toughness that I liked. Luke Kornet gets thrown to the ground, and in the next quarter, he makes it seem like, oh, I'm going straight for the ball, but it was a hard foul, and it was very obvious what he was doing and getting his get back against the other center. You love to see it. That type of stuff is important. We're a tough team. We're nasty. And stuff like that is what makes Fox stand out most to me, where it's like we got a very tough team, nasty team, ready to compete. Everyone puts their body on the line. And then you just kind of got Fox just being kind of like a role player that's just like a nice little complimentary piece. No, we don't need that. We actually need Fox to be really good. And we need him to, have, free reign to do what he wants and, with the ball for the most part and just destroy teams. He's not going to be able to do it as much with his physicality. He's too small. He can try, which I do like that, at one point he tried. But how do you use them? How do you use them? Because Castle without the ball in his hands, still effective. Both ends of the court. He's a good cutter, and he's not a bad catch and shoot shooter either. He's not half bad. And then defensively, he's really, really good. Same with Wemby, same with Champagnie, same with Vassell, same with Dylan Harper. All these guys, bring a little bit more to the table without the ball in their hands. And that's why De'Aaron Fox, even though I think that he is the second most talented player on this roster, that's why I think it's super important to have him be able to score and our coaching staff to make sure that he gets his points. And I know that seems like, oh, well, we're playing team ball. I love the team ball. I think it's really important, but he should still be integral to this offense. He should be. He should be. Just like Castle is, just like Wemby is. And sometimes when we force feed Vassell, he's a big part of the offense. But Fox always kind of seems like he's there. We don't really play through him. Sometimes you get a play here and there. And I don't know. He just seems like a complimentary piece to other stars, right? Castle seems like a star the way that we played through him. Dylan Harper at times seemed like a star. Victor Wembanyama obviously is a superstar. Even Vassell has showings where it's like, oh my God, that was a star performance. But De'Aaron Fox is just a guy, and I don't want him to be a guy. I need him to be the guy because he's the second most talented offensive player on this team, period. So, only thing I'm worried about. Fox needs the ball to maximize him. Yeah, he kind of does. Or at the very least, you got to set up some plays for him off ball and get him involved because other than that, he's not really giving you anything. Off ball screens is kind of nothing, right? He's just too small, which is fine, but I wasn't expecting us to get Dylan Harper. I was expecting a lot of things to happen with the Spurs. Everybody was making, judgment calls on do you trade Castle? Do you trade Dylan Harper? And it's like those two I would keep regardless for the most part. It would have to be like a crazy thing. Like if the Spurs had a shot at Giannis last year and they traded away Castle for Giannis, I'm not mad at that. That's freaking Giannis, one of the greatest players ever. But at this point, I'm like, yeah, they're basically untouchable, right? Like kind of untouchable. I don't know. Clan, do we have the record we have without Fox? Oh, that's a good question. I say no. I say no. Because during that was like a 12-game stretch that Wemby wasn't playing, I think you did need Fox. Yeah. Yeah. I think you lose at least like 3 or 4 more games during that stretch. So maybe not. Spurs are 6-3 without Fox. Fox played that many games this year? Yes, he has. Yeah, I think we lose. I think we lose like 5 more, probably. Yeah, that's not the point. The point is when the offense is flowing the way that it's flowing and everyone's getting a piece of the pie. They all seem like they're kind of a part of it, right? Like Devin Vassell's a part of it. Wemby's a big part of it. De'Aaron Fox doesn't. And you kind of see it from his plus minus with the starters. But he just kind of isn't. I wonder if we will start to more so overlap Fox with the bench unit. Like still start him, but then have him overlap with the bench unit. Sit other guys before him. Maybe something like that, or like take them out. No, not start other guys. I mean, not sit guys before him. Take them out early, and then give some other guys or give him that rest. And then once you start taking out Castle, then you put Fox in. I feel like we did something like that today, so maybe that's why he has a plus 23 and not with the rest of the team. But I don't know. All I know is off ball, Castle, Harper are great, constant movement. Doing their thing, big enough to make certain things happen. But then when it comes to Fox, it's just like he's just sitting in the corner, like. And I did not think that that's what we would have him for, just to sit in the corner most of the time. Is trading Fox possible right now? No, I'm not thinking about it. I mean, I'm gonna give him opportunity. Like I really want him to like kill it once we get to the playoffs, which is very. It can happen. Sorry. This was very like negative, wasn't it? I'm sorry, guys. I am happy about this game. I think this game was great. And having the Pistons up is going to be very interesting. I'm excited. But I am happy about this game. This was great. Great game, perfect game. We did our thing. It took me like 40 minutes to say that, but whatever. But if we watch the lineup, Castle, Harper, Bryant, when played, and Wemby together on D, we're scary good. We're so good. Especially when Harper recognizes how good of a defender he is. You are absolutely correct. I'm gonna read it again for the actually, this is gonna be in a segment. This is gonna be in the next segment. So big shout out to Daryl here. Daryl Wright. He says, if you watch the lineup of Castle, Harper, Bryant, and Wemby together on D, we're scary good. We're so good. What? Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I had to play it again. Sorry. What? What were we talking about? Yeah, we're so good. So freaking good. Negative, I call it being objective. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Anyways, hold on. Before we talk about that, just really quick. If you guys are interested in merch, go check it out. Link in the description. Go to clanthemerchfan.com and get yourself some merch, man. But yeah, clanthemerchfan.com. I am going to be taking down the shop, as I brought up multitude of times already, in the next coming months, only because I will be making a big move to Japan, which is going to be crazy. Super excited about that. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to operate it from there, but because I make everything at home. But if you guys want to be patient, if you order, just it takes some time because I have to get everything and make it and ship it out and everything. But if you're willing to be patient, go check it out, clanthemerchfan.com. All right, guys, let's go to what Dylan Harper had to say. You're completely right. And one thing I think that's really crazy about Dylan Harper too is this game. I think he discovered how good he is defensively. Like he was taking guys all the way full court with no problem. He was so aggressive. You love to see it. And I always thought that he was a good defender. Like I always thought he was a good defender. And I think that this proved it. I think this truly showed it. But oh my God, is that loud for you guys? I don't know if that was loud for you.
Ready to go home?
Yeah. I mean, did the East Coast trip. I've been first time back here in months, but yeah, I'm ready to go lay in my own bed.
Where do you guys find the energy on the last night of a trip like this to do what you did to those guys?
I mean,
are we about to be home for a multitude of games or what? I just realized something. I'm looking at my screen, and then Caps literally... Did he literally send super chats just so he would be stuck on the screen like that? I think that's why he did it. That guy is egotistical. That moderate is egotistical. He ain't here tonight, so I can talk trash about him.
I think it started to shoot around. I think the energy we had, I think we didn't come out like
6 home games?
Just walking around. I mean, we kind of had that energy and just what happened in New York. I mean, I think we kind of just wanted to prove to us and to everyone that, you know, we're still here.
At the start of the year when
New York is, I don't want you guys to get like too nervous about the New York thing, okay? The reason why I was more so upset is just I saw a theme of Fox not performing how we want him to perform. Can just relax about Fox? No. I think he can just turn it off once the playoffs hit, hopefully. But, you know, like I said before, I'm a little worried with him not really having as much chemistry with Wemby going into the playoffs, and we're desperately going to need those two. But with that being said, I don't even know what I was going with that. That comment threw me off. What were we talking about? I don't know. Don't listen to what I had to say. Just scratch the whole thing. Yeah, scratch the whole thing. Oh, I remember. with the New York Knicks, the reason why I don't be too worried about the New York Knicks. The reason why I wouldn't be too worried is, number one, they're in the East. We're never going to see them unless we get to the finals and they get to the finals. So don't worry about that. But number two, I don't think there's anybody in the West that is as much of a matchup nightmare as the Knicks are to us, right? Like the Knicks kind of have everything that makes it hard on us. Now we need to play Carter Bryant if we go against the Knicks again, but they kind of have everything that's tough on us. Like these long wing, defenders, pretty nasty the way that they play. Really great defenders on their team overall. They have a really good big man in Cat. They have Brunson, who's very small and pretty quick and crafty, and that's kind of the only type of archetype, other than like a big man, but the only type of archetype that I think Castle would have issues with. He's done fairly well on other guys, but it seems like those types of players, like the Brunsons of the world, the Steph Currys of the world, I think that those are ones that he's gonna like struggle with a little bit. So, yeah, but we don't have that many of them, right? It's like Anthony Edwards, right? Like it makes me a little nervous about the Wolves. We don't match up too well with them, but like other than that, I wouldn't worry about it. Knicks are like literally the biggest nightmare, and we probably never even see them. So, because we'll make it to the finals and they won't. Who's gonna guard Sohan? Oh yeah, exactly. Because we don't have anybody to guard. Sohan gave us that work. I told you guys I was right. He gave us that work during that Knicks game. I hate my boy didn't play. That was crazy.
And Knipple were all getting run early on for their teams. Were you envious of their ability to show off what they had so early, and kind of what was your mentality in taking it a little slower?
I mean, day by day was definitely my biggest mentality. I think props to those guys. I mean, they came out right when the season started running and going. So I mean, they were obviously doing a great job. But I mean, just looking at stuff like that and just looking around the league, I mean, obviously makes me and everyone else hungrier. But I think just not comparing myself to anyone and just kind of running my own race, because I think
you're definitely running your own race. Okay, you're definitely running your own race, because he's not locked in. He's not fully committed, because I'm looking at his hair. I'm looking at how well this guy is groomed, and nobody else on my team got a haircut. But why your line looks so crispy? Why were you able to like get your beard cut? What's going on, man? Lock in. I saw Wemby's head. I saw Castle's head. They have not been to the barbershop. When do you have time to do that? They've been in the gym. Lock in, Dylan.
All in different situations, and, I'm blessed to be in this one.
A lot of guys had hot hands at various key times tonight. Just think about the way the offense stayed consistent throughout the kind of game, and especially in the last couple of road trips. Not easy to keep that kind of consistency, but you guys had that focus. What was the key for that?
I mean, just ball moving and playing with each other. I think that 1 through 14, everyone that played today, I think the biggest thing was just how can we keep the ball popping, ball movement, and how can we can always get a good shot. I mean, we got dynamic scorers, but how can we get a great?
Probably because it was his birthday. Bro, Wemby is so Wemby is so locked into basketball, he doesn't even know when his birthday is. There's no excuses. Wemby doesn't know when his birthday is. He's surprised. People say happy birthday, and he's like, it's my birthday? Huh. We don't celebrate birthdays in France. I'm too tough.
Great shot, not for us, but for the team.
When it's going as good as it looked for everybody out there, how big did that hoop look for you?
Every time I win is my birthday.
I mean, we watched Devin come down, shoot a transition 3, and goes in. I mean, I think plays like that is just demoralizing to the other team. But for us, I mean, the basket definitely looked really big.
You knew as soon as the schedule came out what was looming with this month-long rodeo trip. But, what has this experience been like for you? And
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When he was bleeding on the court and he was playing that phenomenal defense, that was tough. That looked kind of tough. He was like, the blood was dripping and he was just like locked in. That was tough.
What are some things that you've continued to learn along the way?
We need that new arena. That's the biggest thing I learned. I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time doing this trip, and it's a long trip. I mean, we went on the road first week of February. We haven't been home since, so I mean, that's definitely just been a lot. Definitely cool to see different cities for me, but I mean, just want to be back.
By the way, also, I said this have I said this on YouTube? We don't really talk about it much. But these long road trips that the San Antonio Spurs go on is such a big deal. It helps so much with camaraderie, and it is, especially when we have a good team, it is definitely an advantage that we hold for sure. Because of just how our organization handles these road trips. I'm assuming they kept the culture up of, hey, we have to go out to dinner. Hey, we have to go do these specific things together. So I'm sure they kept that going. Coffee gang and all that stuff, right? But yeah, it's such a big deal. And the fact that you've been on the road, like he just said, you've been on the road this long. To win in the playoffs, you have to win on the road. And the Spurs have not had that bad of an issue with that at all. Not that bad of it. They haven't had a bad issue with it at all, actually. A lot of these away games turn into our home games. I mean, just how tough we're playing. But I will say that last New York Knicks game was, oh my God, that was tough. Oh my God. That environment was, whoa. That was probably close to you get to the playoffs.
Back home, just be back, and just relax.
But Dylan, what was the first month when you won Rookie of the Month? It was when you're on the road the whole month.
So that means when you stay on the road then, huh?
Was it are you surprised? No Harrison tonight. It broke a 4-year streak.
I know, man. I told HB, man, just sub in, sub out for that record. But I mean, I think obviously if he could have played, we all know he would have played. And I mean, I think just next minute mentality.
Having gotten through the stretch.
Chat, what happened to Harrison Barnes? I didn't see the updates before the game. What happened?
Road
road. Now you can go home and finish up March and April. Just how do you see this team right now in terms of the season and where it's at right now?
Harper, reload. Yes, that is a very irrational fear, my friend. He said the Lakers scare me. Is that an irrational fear? That is a crazy irrational fear. You have nothing to worry about when the Lakers. I will take the Lakers day one ahead of any other team in the West, bro. Like, seriously, they are so bad. Sore ankle. Oh, okay. So bad, bro. They're soft. They have Luka continuously crying about calls, but Luka's putting up points, right? Luka is great, but you know, the type of mentality they have, the team doesn't respect JJ Redick much. Like, Luka was literally getting ready to get up off his seat and go argue and fight with JJ Redick, which was funny. You have Ayton, who's soft as Charmin. It's bad. It's real bad. And then you have a 41-year-old LeBron who doesn't play defense. And then you're in a situation where you have to play LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka together. Probably mostly because of the egos of Luka and LeBron. Like, they need to be on the court together. And those three together suck. Like, they really suck. They have like a negative like 12 or something. A negative net rating of like negative 12. It's in the negatives. It's really bad. So, no, you want Lakers day one. If the Spurs were to lose to the Lakers, they are not the team that I thought they were. Now, if you said, are you worried about the Warriors? I'm not worried about the Warriors. I think Warriors are really bad too, but at least you'd be like, okay, Steph Curry is so dangerous. But yeah, do not worry about them.
After this kind of proceed, after this long.
We're gentlemen sweeping the Lakers. We're sweeping the Lakers.
I mean, I think confidence is through the roof. I think that everyone is, finding their stride at the right time. Obviously, there's still a lot of things we need to work on, but I think just what we got from this trip and what we showed ourselves what we're capable of, I think that we're very excited going into March and April.
Warriors scare me too, but you don't have Jimmy. It's literally just Curry. And that's what kind of worries me a little bit, just because it's Curry. But he's just that good. But other than that, I wouldn't be that worried about them.
Favorite part of being media correspondent at All-Star Weekend?
Favorite part? I think walking around with Jenny. I think just her just showing me the ropes of things and just showing her everyday work.
And being media trained by Jordan.
Definitely.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Yeah, don't worry. I would not be worried about anything. Do not worry about anybody. Or worry about the Timberwolves, but thank God we're not going to play them round one. Doesn't look like it. Here, we can take a glance at the what the heck? Oh, I said salary. Here we go. Yeah, we're not gonna see the Timberwolves. They're unless they would have to crazy fall off. Yeah, they're not. Nah, we're not gonna see them. We want them to just keep winning. If they can take that third spot, the better. Who cares? Oh wait, they take the third spot. We see them second round, right? Isn't that how that works? Never mind. Let's see. Games coming up for the Timberwolves. Raptors, Magic. They're gonna keep winning. Maybe not against the Thunder, but they got Thunder's number last time, didn't they? Didn't they beat the Thunder last time? Oh, they have a pretty easy ending of their season. They got a few tough ones in there, but it's a pretty easy. Yeah, they're gonna stay right where they're at. I am so shocked that the Rockets are staying where they are, especially with like how much drama has been going on with that team. I'm like genuinely shocked by that. I'm not afraid of the Rockets either, by the way. We're gonna sun them like we always sun them. Let them know who Pepe is. We gotta show them who Pepe is. Rockets are a joke to me. Biggest threats in the West is Nuggets and OKC for sure. It's Nuggets, OKC, Wolves, and there's no way of us not seeing one of those kind of the scary ones. First round for us should be perfect, right? Like that. This is what you want. You want to go again, even if the Suns aren't going to be easy, right? Like that's, you guys talk about gentleman sweep. That's probably a 5-game series, maybe. Like, you know, they play the right way. So you go against the Suns. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice little test, a nice little warm up to what the playoff atmosphere is like, and then we can start. Then we can start having some fun, right? Then we can start having some fun. Because then at that point we go against either the 6th or the 3rd, right? Isn't that how that works? No. Yeah, because it's, wait. Yeah, I think that's how that works. We might take first seed though. We're a little further behind after that loss, but we're a little further behind after that loss. And well, I expected them to beat the Bulls. They're about to go against the Knicks tomorrow though. That should be a tough one. I might watch that game. That shouldn't be too easy. And the Warriors, that should be an easy one. Nuggets. So they got a showing. So if we can get, man, I don't know if they'll lose that many, but if they can lose against the Knicks, Nuggets, Celtics, and Timberwolves, that might be pretty nice. And Jason Tatum should be back. Wait. Yeah, Jason Tatum will be back by then, I think. He was rumored to be back soon. I wasn't reading fake news, was I? Do you think that everybody eats gimmick will destroy Wemby's points per game? I think Wemby has a really great knack for knowing when to turn it off and knowing when to not. And even though I hated that New York Knicks game and it was miserable to watch, Wemby did that. Like when he needed to turn it on, he turned it on. But that's the thing that's disheartening, and that's the thing that worries me a little bit about, you know, the Fox situation is he wasn't capable of doing that. And in that game, that was an obvious playoff-like atmosphere where you needed both Wemby and Fox, and the others weren't going to just be able to get it done. So that's the type of stuff that worries me a little bit. But if the team needs him, Wemby is going to step up. I'm not really worried about Wemby. Fox plays like he's just there. They use him like he's just there, and yes, he plays like he's just there. And he's not made for the role that they kind of have him in, you know, because he's not a good off-ball player, and there's not much that he brings without the ball in his hands. So, whereas everyone else, there is a little bit more that they bring. But Fox talent offensively is so much better than say Castle's, till he can outperform Castle. He is better than Castle, but he's just not right now. You know, Wemby not strong enough and not respected by refs, so he just gets fouled. Also, everyone swarms him, so his gravity is super high, and forcing it to him is dumb when you got wide open shooters. Yeah, you don't want to just force it. You don't want to just force it to him if guys are wide open. But I don't know. Wemby has gotten really good with double teams too. That's another thing I noticed. He's gotten better with it. I don't know if the calls will be any different once we're in the playoffs, but usually they're worse. But I don't know if we're going to have better refs for the playoffs or what. I mean, usually it's worse as far as what they let you get away with, but we'll see. I trust this, bro. I think after now that the standings looking the way that it looks, and the Timberwolves more than likely is going to stay where they're at, I am so content with our first round and us being first seed or second seed. It is going to be a nice first round to get that experience under our belt. I hope it goes to, well, I want us to just sweep, but you know, I think maybe a 5-game series would be good for us. You know, I think it actually would be good for us, but we're gonna be okay. I ain't worried. It is crazy we won as many games as we've won. We won the entire February, and we did not pass the Thunder yet. They're such a good team. Five games would be nice. Yeah, just get some experience. Get that loss in. Maybe lose game 3. Game 3 is usually the most important one. At least that's what they used to say. I don't know if that's actually true. Learned that like in middle school watching playoffs. They said like game 3 is so important. I don't know how true that is. I guess it makes sense. Maybe it's all contextual. The home game, if the whole team wins both theirs, then obviously game 3 is like extraordinarily important. If they split, I guess it is still important. Because then the other team needs to take the advantage again. They should start losing, man. They got a rough schedule, and we mostly got our hard games out of the way. Us beating the Pistons that time, it was a big deal. Let's see if you're right. So we got the Pistons. It's going to be tough. Clippers, we should beat them. Rockets, we should beat them. Celtics is tough. Nuggets is tough. Ooh, man, that last showing with the Hornets got me nervous. But we should beat them. Clippers should beat them. Kings should beat them. Suns should beat them. Pacers should beat them. I think you're right, dude. Grizzlies clan will be at this game. We should beat them. Bucks should beat them. Bulls should. I think you're right. We quite literally only have like 4 other like truly tough games. Celtics and then 3 with the Nuggets. Why the NBA do us like this, man? Why didn't they spread out these Nuggets games? We got the Nuggets right before we hit the playoffs, and we might have to see them again. Right before the playoffs. I want to get exposed early if we have some issues. I think we only played them once, right? And we beat them. Wasn't that the Facel crazy game? And I think we were missing. Who were we missing in that game? Am I missing it? Where is it? We were missing Wemby? Oh, it was a cup game. How much did dang, Devin Vassell had 35 points, bro. When he's on, he is on. Carter Bryant even played a little bit that game. Jeremy Sohan has 16 minutes that game. I didn't even know he played this season. He had 16 minutes that game. But sure, Spurs can never win. What a good game. Spurs need more size for the bigger teams. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too. Like having a power forward. But look, listen. Even though I am nervous, chatter, about the bigger guys that we'll have to go against, and we don't necessarily have a power forward, the Spurs did sign Plumlee, and Plumlee is a decent defender, and Plumlee is a good rebounder. So hopefully Mitch Johnson utilizes him, puts him in the rotation in some degree, because that would help a lot. I think that would help a lot. Not the perfect guy you can have, but that's a good signing. So you got to play him. That's why Plumlee is a great signing. If Mitch plays him, Mitch got to play him. He got to play him. All right, we'll listen to what Wemby has to say. Oh, what's going on here? They about to have him sit in this chair? It's like a grandparent's chair. Really quick, if you guys are interested in merch, go check out clanthemerchfan.com. I will be closing down the shop in the next few months. So if you want to get some merch in, do it now. Obviously, I'm taking orders for March, and then I'll get all the stuff in and then send it out. But I am finishing up the February orders this week. So stay tuned for that as far as like you getting a what's those things called? Shipping number. I don't know. I'm sleepy. What time is it? Yeah, it's getting up there. But yeah, anyways, if you guys are interested, go check it out. Link in the description. clanthemerchfan.com. Okay. Let's take a look here.
Nope. Big comeback. Control early in the state with the entire game.
Yeah, that was nice.
What was the
No game is perfect, and Spot often says, we're never as good as we're looking at the win, never as bad as we're looking at loss, but it was very good response.
What was the key in terms of the first half with the scoring? You guys closed out a run in the first quarter, that one that just took over the second quarter. What was the key there?
The key in the scoring was making the early pass. I think early in the game we made it maybe a little bit harder on ourselves by having one or two too many dribbles while penetrating. And
that has been an issue all season. Good.
I think once we made the early pass, we got our shooters open. They were collapsing a lot. So
yeah, more than likely Plumlee probably won't play. Let's keep it real. He's Kornet's backup. I just think that Plumlee will be able to come into. He's probably won't be a normal rotational, but he will be really good next to Wemby on occasion when you're struggling with like rebounding or something like that, right? Where you can still rest Kornet, have Plumlee out there with them, because we only have two centers that we can actually play. So it will be important to at least have somebody who can come in those situations. But I want to say those situations won't come up often, but I think they will come up quite a bit against certain teams. Probably the Wolves. I think that we'll have some chances to be able to do that. But hopefully, especially with the rest of our season not looking too crazy. He'll be able to come in and get some reps. Like, you see Hornets, Clippers, Kings, Suns, Pacers, Heat, Memphis, Bucks, Bulls, Warriors. Like, there's no way he wouldn't be able to get some play in these, right? So, please, Mitch.
What are you looking forward to most about going home?
Sleeping in my own bed, eating my chef's food, getting back into the normal routine, the normal life, because that ain't normal.
Are you
even there? Over there is not normal. More normal.
At the end of a long trip like this, where do you think you guys found the energy to pull off a win like this?
I don't know. I was feeling so good for the game. I was feeling so confident about us. I don't know where it came from.
Your teammates are rolling the way they are. What do you feel like your role is? Like, you need to keep them going?
Yeah, for sure. My role is to keep making sure they keep having these advantages. So it means keep rolling, keep hitting on the screens until the opponents decide to do something, which they didn't. So please let them enjoy it.
Victor, we heard you were a little disappointed in us for not asking about the Northern Lights yet.
Sorry?
Did you want to talk about the Northern Lights?
I wasn't disappointed, but if you ask me about Northern Lights, I've seen a couple very cool things, very cool things in my life. Northern Light is by far number one.
What was that?
It was in Alaska. It was the best thing I've ever seen in Northern Lights.
What was impressive about it?
Who are these reporters? I don't know. I don't know why that bothered. Why did that trigger me? He answered your question. Why do we need so many follow-ups about this? It's the Northern Lights. What's so cool about that? Hold on. Guys, do you have to answer this? Look at this. You just look up Northern Lights. What's cool about it? I swear to God, you better have a Popovich-like response to that. What's cool about the Northern Lights? Are we joking? Are we for real? Are we so serious right now? What's cool about it? I swear to you, better be so sarcastic. You better be so mean.
What was impressive about it is just something that looks so out of place, you know. It's like
he's answering genuine, great questions. I don't know why this triggered me so much. I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't melt my mind. I am gonna ban you.
It makes you understand all the legends and all the, the folklores and the beliefs that people have had for thousands of years. You see things up there, you know. I mean, the show I had was, I think, a historic, like maybe a once-in-a-lifetime event, even for Northern Lights chasers. But as I said, it's the most beautiful thing I've seen in my life. It ranks number 1.
When you're in the last game of a road trip.
I hate you, Wemby. Why did you answer that? It's okay though. I love you, Wemby. Dang, like that, fam? Nah, I'm sorry. I just got him up. I don't know why that triggered me. I don't know. I think it was the tone in which was cool about it. I don't know. I don't know why that bothered me. I probably need to go self-reflect and kind of dissect that about myself. I actually don't know why I got so upset. Yeah. I don't know.
I think the guys have that kind of consistency throughout the entire game and showed that kind of. What's to say about this team and the focus throughout that game that they showed today? What's to say about that? The focus you guys showed throughout this game for last game of a road trip. What's to say about the team's ability to show that kind of focus throughout the entire game?
Shows progress for sure. Shows that we're on a mission.
You and Dylan are honored together for different awards this month. But, you know, what have you seen from him? What's it been like for you to watch him kind of learn the game as he's going?
Yeah, Mitch too was an award, but seeing Dylan develop his game, I mean, I have zero doubt that if there was a redraft today, we would take him. He's so good, so composed. I know, obviously, we're stacked at the guard position, but I'm so happy that Dylan's super young and can be there for years and years because I want to share the court with him for as long as possible.
You guys swept those awards. Is that pretty cool?
That's huge praise. Huge praise. We got a big 3. I think the Spurs are good enough. I think we just need complementary pieces now. We talked about this before the season started, where it's like, yeah, and by the way, I didn't even think we would get number 2 pick, and I still thought, okay, even if it's like a later lottery pick, like that's good enough. And then now the rebuild is fully done, and we can go into getting complementary pieces. But yeah. Getting Dylan Harper is insane. That was not supposed to happen. Need a bigger wing. We need a bigger wing, and we need a power forward, and the Spurs dynasty begins. Hey, we might win championship this year, and then the dynasty begins. But once you get those two, it's over for the league. They thought they had more time. They don't.
Nobody in the Western Conference has ever done that before.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I didn't know until I got here, so it's amazing. Let's keep it back going.
You've been posting to your story about a missing person case. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, just got found.
They found him.
When I were posting this. Yeah, I'm so happy. You know, it's we've been close for a long time. His family and mine. And
is he okay? Yeah, it had to been like a mental breakdown, right? He just disappeared like that.
You know, we always think.
Oh, if you don't know what he's talking about, he's been posting on social media. A friend of his, a basketball player, that's been. He was last seen at an airport and then just like disappeared. I don't know what happened, but it had to been like obviously a mental thing.
Just all this. That was
we had our Power Forward clan. I do not want to talk about it. Forgot to tell you, we won the LA City Finals last Friday. Oh, cool! On the state playoffs. Appreciate the good vibes and well wishes, brothers. Salute. That's what's up, Larry. Everybody congratulate Larry. It's not that many people in here. We got 140. Congratulate Larry. Don't be jerks. You guys just sitting here watching and not commenting. I hate all of you. But don't hate Harry. Don't hate Larry, okay?
First time I saw this case, you know, for a close person, so I'm very, very relieved.
What did that person say? He said, "Oh my God, is that Wembanyama?" Yeah. Oh my God, Victor Wembanyama. Who said that? I don't know who said that. Anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. That's Dylan Harper? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Oh crap, Mitch has something to say. We literally play Thursday. We'll listen to Mitch for funsies. I don't think we'll make it a segment. But yeah, if you guys are interested in merch, go check it out. clanthemerchfan.com. Get yourself some merch, man. All right, I'll just listen to Mitch just for fun.
Fine. No, I don't want to hold this. Just talking about the way you guys, in terms of the maintaining that consistency throughout the game. Last game, your trip especially, you were up by a lot of points, and you never just took the foot off the pedal. What was the key for you guys to have that kind of consistency?
I thought we had a really good start to the game. I thought the starter set a tone, and we actually had a timeout where we were frustrated as a staff. I thought the bench came out and didn't sustain that, and that was a little bit, not the exact same way, but similar to New York. And so we had a spirited timeout discussing that, and I thought those guys really turned it up from that point, and our defensive pressure and activity was at a really good level, and then we passed the ball and played with each other and made each other better.
What's it say about this team's makeup when you have that kind of consistency throughout the entire game and not succumbed or, oh, big lead, we got this game, that kind of thing? And it just, what's it say about the team's makeup?
When we've committed to just not getting bored with our success at times and staying with what's working, we've had some really good stretches, and tonight we saw that.
Dylan was just saying that this is, he's convinced now you need a new arena to be on the road this long anymore.
He's been here for 2 seconds. He doesn't have a vote yet. I haven't been here much longer, but he definitely doesn't have a vote.
What are your thoughts about it? I mean, and it's not just the New York game, but it seems like all season, every time you guys have hit some adversity, they've kind of come roaring back.
Kornet had that foul and they woke up. Yeah, for sure. That was a good foul.
What are your thoughts about how
it was toughness, man. Yeah. I like him getting his get back. That was cool. I was actually shocked they gave him the flagrant. I was genuinely shocked that they gave him the flagrant because technically he went for the ball. We knew what he was doing, but technically he went for the ball. And I thought on the technicality of that alone that it wouldn't be a flagrant. But
yeah, I think, up until this moment in the season, one of the things I've been most proud of our group and most happy with those guys, because it's them, is their competitive response. And typically when we've had some adversity, whether that's unique lineups, haven't played well, someone got the better of us maybe, whether it's the prior game or in a stretch, we typically have bounced back, and I think that's a testament to their character and competitiveness.
With HB out tonight, you got some Carter Bryant minutes. How do you think he took advantage of that opportunity?
I thought early on he was trying to feel his way into the game, which is not going to be good for him at this stage of his career. And after that, I thought it was maybe the best game he's had. Thought he was competitive, physical, aggressive. He's going to make mistakes both ways, so I would much rather make him being aggressive and on his front foot.
And over Julian's career, what would you say is the most impressive thing about the way he's developed from the time he showed up as a was he still a two-way guy? No,
when we got him off the street.
Yeah.
I think he's just a winning player now, and it's not driven by him making shots. Everyone knows he can have a huge game and make a lot of points with not a lot of shot attempts, but he's rebounding, his team defense, he's passing the ball, his spacing, his awareness of being a connector without having to have the basketball in his hands. And then obviously the value when he does get the ball is there in an obvious way.
Fortunately, a pretty big streak was broken tonight for Harrison. We just talked about him this season, how big he's been for everyone, and how much you Wanted to play tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's like I said, I'm sure he'll start a new streak very soon, but heck of a run. That's a 1% of the 1% in terms of people in this league and the availability, the reliability, the dependability, and all the things that go into that, the preparation, the recovery, the mental, the physical. So heck of a streak, and tip of the cap to him.
Thank you, sir.
Good stuff. I was a little bored. He's trying to feel his way because he's not used to getting minutes, Mitch. Yeah. 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 Dude, I was glad that he got 26 minutes. I don't see a reason that game in which he just didn't play. I don't see any reason why he didn't play that game, like, at all. Basically DNP'd that game. No reason other than, oh, he went 0 for 6 against the Nets. Okay, but like, we need him in this one. Didn't play at all. But this is crazy though. 9 rebounds, 11 points. He had nearly a double-double, and he's barely been playing. 3 assists and a double-double, 1 turnover. Good stuff. And his defense was great. I was hoping when we would have got 10 blocks. I think a lot of them going to have to, like, for him to get that quadruple double we're hoping for, I think a lot got to happen. You know, people that said that the dunk contest was really bad, I'm just looking at that little clip right there. They said it was really bad. It was bad, but I truly thought Carter Bryant's dunks were, like, really good. Like, really good until the end. So I don't know why. I don't know. Shows mercy. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. We will be back Thursday. Well, yeah, we'll be back Thursday and Friday. Probably a shorter one on Thursday because literally have a game the next day. But anywho, I will get with you guys later. I appreciate the love. I'm gonna hop off. Vince, so Carter Bryant should have ignored him. Or after that, Carter Bryant should have just did the what's it called, the dip or whatever. Just dip your whole arm in the rim. He would have got all his points and would have won. I don't know why he didn't just do that. He's talented enough to do it. Or I was hoping that he would do Steph Castle's dunk that should have won it last year. That would have been cool. The dunk contest isn't that interesting though, to be honest. He should have won. Nah, well, he should have, but his last dunk was so, like, he kind of choked at the end. But yeah, I don't know what Vince Carter was doing. I don't know what we talking to Vince Carter for. Anyway, guys, I'll get with you later. I'll see you on Thursday. Baddies, yeah. Bye, Clannies. Bye, Clannies.